And now moving to Europe, over 160,000 people protested in Germany against the center-right Christian Democrats and the far-right Alternative for Germany, or the AfD Party. The rally began just outside the German parliament and moved towards the headquarters of the Christian Democrats Party. The large-scale demonstrations come after the Christian Democrats voted to pass a non-binding resolution on immigration crackdown, which was backed by the AfD last week. Protesters demanded the leaders of the Christian Democrats to step down for breaking their promise of never supporting the far-right AfD Party.
I came here today because I have the feeling that something is beginning to unravel, and I think it's a good thing that we stand up now and don't leave it to our parliamentarians to stand up for our democracy.
Because I find it simply impossible what the CDU, especially Mr. Merz, is up to. What also really annoys me is that they have already worked in this direction in the previous government coalition. Many people have been sent back already anyway, and migration has also decreased. I find it really outrageous that in the end they will inherit what the previous government have already begun implementing.
Now, the demonstrations come 3 weeks before the national election, where the ruling coalition led by the Socialist Democrats and Chancellor Olaf Scholz could be staring at a loss. The protests saw large crowds in major cities including Berlin, Frankfurt, Hamburg, and Dresden, where they urged the ruling coalition to roll back the recently passed immigration regulation. Currently, the center-right Christian Democrats are leading in opinion polls and are only slightly ahead of the far-right AfD Party. Now, Germany's far-right party, which has been accused of being xenophobic and racist, continues to grow in popularity. Recent terror attacks carried out by migrants have left Germany divided, allowing the AfD to rise due to its harsh anti-immigrant stance. In fact, just like President Donald Trump, the AfD Party's chief, Alice Weidel, has promised to carry out mass deportations of migrants on day one of taking office.
Denn wir müssen Deutschland retten.
We have to save Germany, because our fatherland has gone into a blatant imbalance. No problem drives people as much as having to watch our cities become increasingly unsafe. I was criticized for my speech in Riesa, because I used the word remigration. And I'll say it again here, and now we need remigration in order to live in safety.
Liebe CDU, reißt die undemokratischen Brandmauern ein. Wir werden weiter für eine wirkliche Migrationswende.
We will continue to campaign for a real turnaround in migration with the closure of borders and the deportation of illegal foreigners. And the longer you resist passing the necessary laws together, the greater the damage will be. You are not harming the AfD, nor are you harming me. You are harming the entire country and its citizens. Every child who has to die because of this, every innocent person who is injured, raped, or murdered because of this.
Unschuldigen Menschen, der deswegen noch verletzt, vergewaltigt oder ermordet wird.
Now, Germany is known for opening its doors to migrants, and the country has remained the top destination for asylum seekers in the EU for the last 2 years. But despite a welcoming policy, Germany has seen a rise in illegal border crossings by at least 33%, which has led to the anti-immigrant sentiment. With many seeing the AfD Party's rise as a threat to democracy, Germany is looking at what could possibly be one of the most hotly contested elections in decades, as Germans get ready to cast their vote later this month.
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir in we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually.
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote effort. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.